Hello, Ray Phoenix here. Welcome to Let's Play Star Wars Battlefront 2 Part 8. So this time around, we're going to Tantive 4. That's the place the rebels brought those plans they stole. Yeah, those plans were really dumb. We're really, run by Mickey Mouse, like soldiers. So they're not really good at protecting the plans. They constantly get stolen from us by these rebels. So we weren't able to secure them at Polis Massa. So the rebels brought them to this spaceship called Tantive 4, which is probably the most iconic ship in the entire Star Wars saga, mostly because this is where the Star Wars saga really began. In this epic, iconic battle, we're gonna send the huge Star Destroyer over them to shoot at them. They're gonna use their wimpy little blasters to shoot at us back. We go storm the place with all the firepower we have. By all the firepower we have, I just mean a few stormtroopers, a few odd stormtroopers, and Darth Vader with his lightsaber, because the lightsaber is always the best at killing rebels, right? You know, Darth Vader, people see Darth Vader like, ooh, we gotta run away, because they're scared of Darth Vader, but really, Darth Vader isn't that scary in this game at all. He's actually kind of wimpy in this game, just like all the other Jedi in this game. And Boba Fett was a pretty big wimp in this game. A lot of the hero characters seem to be wimps. The regular soldiers are the true heroes of this game. The Empire, because we see that the Empire, they're supposed to be the big rulers of the galaxy, and these rebels are supposed to be ill-equipped or going after us. These rebels don't seem ill-equipped at all. They actually seem quite high-tech, actually. They're able to constantly steal the most important plans in the world. It's like the equivalent to that US $1 billion coin. That doesn't really exist, but it would be highly protected if it did exist. And yet, we keep getting our plans stolen from us. And so Darth Vader finally shows up, and he's by far the worst hero-type character in the game. He's slow, he doesn't know how to swing his lightsaber properly, his body is horribly gimpy, he just has he's well, he knows he's cybernetic of course, but he has horrid mobility issues. He fights like an old guy, he is like an old guy, he's like, I need to go watch my stories after this, after I go kill off all some rebels with my lightsaber, I'm just swinging it around, I have no idea how to use a lightsaber, Obi-Wan never taught me how to do any of that, so it's gonna swing around and break stuff. Look at that, I can't even destroy something right in front of him. What a wuss, how pathetic. A Padawan can destroy something like that easy that's right there in front of him, but Darth Vader can't do that because he's blind and stupid, and his lightsaber is clearly not even a real lightsaber. No, I probably stick a flashlight and just turn it on. It's like, ooh, it's a lightsaber, ooh, run away from me in fear. And these people are so scared that when they have the that flashlight flow through them, just give them the idea that, oh, okay, we're dead, let's just lie down and be dead. Probably back in the good old days, and you just take a gun, where you can make a gun with your hand, point at someone and say pew pew, and they're nice enough to fall over and die and pretend to be dead. So Darth Vader's a wuss, so he's gonna run away and take a breather and sit down and watch more of his stories, and watch more of his stories, and maybe get a juice box. A juice box is probably one of the only things you can drink from, considering the fact he's a frickin' vent for a mouth, so you can just stick a straw in there, kind of like Justice Knight, where he just takes a straw and sticks it in his helmet kind of thing. So now we need some access codes now, because apparently that's where the plans are, at the escape pods. We're trying to block the escape pods or something. So we have to go and collect these access codes. Ooh, they're the most best things in the that we could get, the access codes, and most of the doors are locked. The rebels like to lock the doors on us, so force us to take the long way, so we'll see more carnage and mayhem. They did the same thing on Mustafar, now they're doing it in this level too. So there's some sort of turbine thing, some sort of energy dynamo thing. I don't know what that's supposed to be exactly. Just keep throwing. It seems to be immortal. I think it's supposed to shoot us. Oh yeah, there it is. Have to shoot at the computer console there, we have to destroy that, and that somehow makes the thing shut off because we destroyed the computer. So we can go collect those, whatever it is we're supposed to collect. We collect all sorts of things in this game, all sorts of crap in this game. There, we collected it. Now I have to return the access codes to the tech room now. And of course, the best door in the game, the best door for us to use, is going to be locked. Obviously, all the doors in this game are always going to be locked. So we have to go and run around the long way and, we have to go run around the long way. And find where we're supposed to place it to. At least it tells us where we're going to put it, considering how poor the mapping system is in this game. The people who made this game clearly didn't put any effort in the maps. I'm surprised they even made the map with the details to tell us where we're supposed to put it to. They could have just given us the thing and said, just go wander around the map and find it yourself. That's what a lot of games were like back in the old days. Heck, even Jumping Flash is kind of like that too. You had no idea where the jet pods were. You just have to randomly run around the levels and push for the best. I only know that game so well as I played that game 25 million times and beaten it so many times. Probably beat that game more times than any other game I've ever played or beat before, so of course I know where absolutely everything is in that game. I know it like the back of my hand. I have it memorized that well. And so now I think we're supposed to go and defeat Princess Leia, because Princess Leia has the Death Star plans. So we have to go and blast her with our blasters. Only we have absolutely no idea where Princess Leia is, so we're gonna have to just wander around the place and hope for the best. So we'll find Princess Leia. And find Princess Leia for our useless GPS system. The Princess Leia must be around here somewhere. When we find her, she's gonna pretty much be a boss. It's gonna be just like when we killed the Queen of Naboo. Only we're doing it towards Princess Leia. We're not even really killing her, of course. We're just gonna stun her. But I don't think our weapons have a stun setting, so we're just gonna have to use our regular blasters to just blast her down. Rebel Vanguard. She's of course going to be protected by Vanguard. She's supposedly like one of the heads of the Rebel Alliance. And there we go, Princess Leia. We just shoot her a bunch of times, and I think she's gonna be, yep, there we go. We recovered the plans, or so we think. I think it's too late, actually. She probably already sent them away in one of the escape pods. Yeah, we're so dumb, or we keep losing the plans so many times. This is starting to become like a Warner Brothers cartoon, where the one cartoon cat or cartoon coyote or something like that is always struggling to get that one thing they always want. And it always flies away from them or runs away from them. These rebels, in this case, they always take away the plans. So we can never recover the plans. So we'll never be able to recover the plans, and we'll never be able to, save our Death Star. So naturally, these rebels are going to take what they acquired from us, and they're going to use it to plot the greatest battle of the entire Star Wars saga. They'll pretty much serve as the birth of Christ of Star Wars, and they're going to destroy our Death Star. It'll be an epic event thing, and then time in Star Wars, like the years in the Star Wars timeline, are all going to be set around that one specific date, kind of like BC and AD. And now they destroyed our Death Star, and most of our friends that we've known for decades now are long dead. So we're gonna go and do the same to them. They're just gonna go to Yavin 4 and just destroy, if they have a completely bum rush Yavin 4 and destroy everything they have. With extreme prejudice. This tank is a nice thing to use, but you can't capture command posts of a tank, nor can you even drive it into this intricate building things. This is Yavin 4. I always thought Yavin 4 was one of the most famous places in Star Wars, but apparently not. A lot of people don't even remember Yavin 4 being in Star Wars at all. Some people say there was a place called Yavin 4. Yeah, of course there was. Don't you remember it? No, I don't remember any of that. That's what some people would say. I think Yavin 4 was the inspiration for one of the backgrounds in Bust a Move 2. Because in Bust a Move 2, one of the backgrounds it looks like, there's a background that looks like Yavin 4. You see like an ancient temple, it's on top of a hill, it's elevated above a grassy, rocky venue, there's trees everywhere, some sort of like jungle foliage trees. Apparently there's a lot of vicious creatures that live out in the jungles here of Yavin 4. We never see them at all, but apparently there's some expanded universe thing that says they exist here. Maybe that's why the Empire ditched this place after this battle. This seems to be a common battle used in a lot of other Star Wars games. Star Wars Battlefront Renegade Squadron had a Yavin 4 level where it's just supposed to be the same battle. We just blew up the Death Star, now the Empire wants revenge on us, so they attack us. This is also the same as the first level in Star Wars Rogue Squadron Pre-Rebel Strike. It was one of the first games I ever got on the GameCube. And I was really impressed with getting a GameCube for the first time, seeing Star Wars Rogue Squadron 3 in action, and seeing the first level where it's Yavin 4 right after the Empire got their Death Star destroyed, and the rebels are trying to protect Yavin 4 at all costs, and well, they're actually trying to escape, actually, but we just go in and blast them down. That level is also in Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2. There was a bonus level where you could play as Darth Vader and go to Yavin 4 and completely destroy rebels. That was one of the best bonus stages in any Rogue Squadron game. Rogue Squadron 2 really was the pinnacle for what the Rogue Squadron series is. It's a shame there aren't really any more Rogue Squadron games anymore. That actually was. This was a really good game. I'm probably gonna let's play at some point in the future. So it goes to capture that command post over there, that odd command post line. They're called the Viaduct. I have no idea what a viaduct is, but apparently it's something important, and we're gonna have to take over this command post. Only killed 5 of them already, and there's so many of them running around, constantly blasting at us. We have a tank protecting us. That's good. Those Empire tanks. And the Rebels have those same kinds of tanks that we saw in Naboo earlier on. Maybe the Rebels got those from Naboo. Well, clearly they don't have everything from Naboo. They don't have the Nabooian technology that the Naboo are famous for using, where they have like green laser blasts, which are supposedly more powerful than red laser blasts. Or maybe we just destroyed Naboo. I don't know. It doesn't really say what happened to Naboo after we went there and destroyed their queen. Well, what became of that place? We don't really see that place at all in the original trilogy. We can expand in universe. We don't really know much about what became of Naboo under Empire rule. Maybe the planet got destroyed. Makes sense they destroy the planet, considering the fact that a lot of people ate Naboo in real life, because some people associate with Star Wars Episode 1, and Yavin 4 is a place they don't want destroyed, because we associate it mostly with the original Star Wars movie, which is, a very well-liked movie. Someone speculated that it's not even Episode 4 wasn't that great of a movie. The Empire Strikes Back is the one true great Star Wars movie. All the other ones suck, but the fact they're related to Empire Strikes Back just makes them good. I don't think that's true. I think all the classic Star Wars movies are good. I also like the prequels as well, too. Then again, I like most of them. I pretty much liked all of George Lucas's Star Wars movies. But I've lost interest in Disney's Star Wars movies a long time ago, so I remember on Christmas Day, like 2 months ago, I had a whole Star Wars marathon where I watched all 6 Star Wars movies in one day. I even watched the extended version of Revenge of the Sith, and it was 4 hours long. Just sat there all day watching all 6 Star Wars movies. The first time I ever watched more than 4 movies in one day, and the first time I watched all the Star Wars movies in one day, too. It was all 6 of George Lucas's Star Wars movies. And the extended Revenge of the Sith had scenes from the Clone Wars show, from the 7th season of Star Wars: The Clone Wars on Disney Plus. It also had like scenes from 2003 Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and it was a really long movie experience. It was the most epic movie experience I'll probably ever have. I'm probably never going to do that again. The only thing I watched it with was my Samsung Galaxy A0S phone, because it's the only great way I had to watch movies at the time. So if you're trying to protect this command post, there's only 1 more minute left, and they put like a health refill thing right behind us, so we can constantly get our health refilled as soon as we take damage. That's good. We have a way to, preserve our health. If only they had an ammo big droid there. I don't have any ammo droids around here. Gonk droids actually serve a valuable purpose this game because they replenish our ammo. I think we had those in the first game too. They also did the same thing, replenished our ammo. So Gonk droids actually do serve a purpose, rather than just be completely useless. And Gonk droids do have a reputation for being useless droids. I'm a big expert on Star Wars. I've seen all 6 movies like 100,000 times or more, so I'm very knowledgeable of the Star Wars saga. Overall, I really know a lot about Star Wars. I do study expanded universe stuff a lot too. I think there's 1 more tank. I think there's Alliance Arc tanks out there. There's a sliver of health left. We only have 14 seconds, not even now. They have, like when the Rebels took on those defense turret things, there was those Yavin defense turrets they used to scan every ship that comes in. And when the Millennium Falcon landed on Yavin 4, they scanned it as it was flying into Yavin 4. So now you have to go and breach the temple doors, because the Rebel leaders apparently are hiding inside that temple, so we have to go and breach the doors, break the doors. I think first we have to acquire some sort of like explosive device, some sort of explosive device thing, which is located on top of that pyramid thing. It looks like some sort of weird ancient pyramid, which is also seen in that background I was mentioning earlier from Bust-a-Move 2, also known as Puzzle Bobble 2 in Japan. So they go and kill off these rebels here, these rebels that try to attack us and fight against us. So they get to the top of this weird, bizarre pyramid thing, collect it. None of the other AI players can do this because they only trust the human players. And this human players are, the most trustworthy players we'll ever have. Now we have to go and plant it on the front. So we're allowed to drive a tank while carrying this. I know if we didn't capture the flag, if you have a flag out there, you're not allowed to use, I know some jet troopers aren't allowed to, use their jetpacks and fly around or stuff like that. And Jedi are not allowed to sprint or jump as high or something like that. I don't know. I haven't played capture the flag mode in a long time. So I think we just breach the temple door right now, destroy the rebel leadership. That's our current objective. Just go in there with the tank and just blast down all the rebels. Of course, the rebel leaders aren't just going to go walking around, or just going to go waltzing around here where it's danger. Of course, they're not going to do that. They're going to be staying in their comfy little office laboratories, which are up above us, so we can easily go and destroy them, kill them off. And And of course, all three of them are the same species. They're all boffins, the most feared species in this game. But good thing our GPS actually knows where they are. For some reason, our GPS can't tell specific details of mazes or things like that in the levels, but yeah, it can easily tell us where those things are. It didn't work on Princess Leia for some reason, but it works on the boffins for some reason. For some reason, it could track boffins. It has some like awesome, like boffin tracker technology or something like that. It's really impossible to get through this without taking at least a couple hits, and we're really weak, so that's really saying a lot. Stormtroopers are also pathetically weak in the GBA version of Star Wars Battlefront 2, where it's one hit gets you killed instantly. I mean, like, they're one-hit kills. Stormtroopers are one-hit kills in LEGO Star Wars 2. They really take that way too seriously in the GBA version. You really have to go World of Warcraft on the GBA version of LEGO Star Wars 2 if you want to get absolutely everything in the game. I tried doing that months ago, and I just gave up after a while because, it's just not that. It's just not that. I mean, it's good, but it's not like good that you'd want to spend hours and hours every day like going freaking World of Warcraft. Giving it the World of Warcraft treatment isn't really something I want to do. But there's no multipliers in that game. You're the whole console version of LEGO Star Wars 2 has stud multipliers that you could collect in the game that could allow you to earn more studs, so it's a lot quicker to unlock everything in game. But no, there's none of that in the GBA version of LEGO Star Wars 2. Some people disagree that it exists. I can confirm it exists. I own a cartridge of it. LEGO Star Wars 1 also had a GBA version, which a lot of people don't think exists, but it exists and I can prove it. I used to have a cartridge of it, and there's probably videos of it on YouTube and stuff. I probably will do a Let's Play of that eventually. So we just have to go capture this command post, I think. I'm not sure if this is actually... No, we don't have to capture a command post. We just had to kill off the rebel leaders, which we did, and now this is a victory. Yavin 4 is now under Empire control. We rule Yavin 4, and we're the victors, essentially, now. We have Yavin 4, we have it in our command now, so we could just... This could help us rule the galaxy, and the rebels are going to have to fly off to a series of other odd planets throughout the Star Wars galaxy until they settle on a more permanent base. So they're pretty much on the run from us now as we chase them down. This is Ray Phoenix, signing out.